Hello everyone, welcome to another top 3 video. Today I'm going to walk you through the best 3 Space Wolves relics. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell in the corner so you know each time we release one of these videos. Let's get straight into it today. So Space Wolves, these are one of my favorite factions. I think they're very cool, and because of the new codex that GW have released, I think they've done a good job with it in terms of they actually play like they do in the lore, which I think is amazing. And let's have a look at the relics that you can take on characters to make the Space Wolves even better. In at number 3 for me, I've got the Wolfenstone. The Wolfenstone is just the idea of the Wolfenstone is cool anyway, and it gives the bearer the aura Bestial Charge. And that aura, it means that while Space Wolf core units are within 6 inches of him, they can re-roll charge rolls. That's absolutely huge because your core units are ones that do a lot of damage, and also the Space Wolf specific ones that run around and get the most benefit from the Space Wolf Codex are all core, which is absolutely incredible. Like your Wolf Guard with jump packs, lightning claws, storm shields, whatever you like to arm them with, they're very quick anyway, and then you can re-roll charges on them because they're core. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Thunderwolf Cavalry can advance and charge innately, and to have re-rolls to those charges is really good, and they're core. So all of the things that you want to get into combat are core with Space Wolves, so that is an amazing relic. And also, that's not it. Once per game, the bearer can summon the power of the Wolfen, and then you can choose one Space Wolves unit within 6 inches of the bearer, and that one doesn't have to be core. It can be any Space Wolves unit within 6 inches of the bearer that has the Savage Fury ability, which is their super buff. And normally you would get exploding 6s in combat, meaning every time you rolled a 6 to hit, you would score an additional hit. That ability, once per game on one unit, gets triggered on a 5+, which is really cool. When you get a big unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry or Wolf Guard or an important character like Bjorn in there, for example, you can make them get additional hits on 5s and 6s. So that one's in at number 3 for me. Number 2, I have the Armor of Russ. Armor of Russ is like a staple. You take it because it really helps against other melee armies. And when you're a melee army, the thing that you're going to struggle up against most is another melee army that can hit just as hard as you in combat. So this is a way to counter that slightly. So the Armor of Russ gives the bearer a 2+ save and a 4+ invulnerable. Now, you know, if you put a Storm Shield on him, he can go to a 1+ save, which is incredible. And then what you can do is you can choose one enemy unit within engagement range of the bearer at the start of the fight phase, and that unit is not eligible to fight until after all Space Wolves are, all of your units have fought. So it's not Space Wolf units, but all of your units. So even if you're allied in with someone, all of those units get to fight before this enemy unit. So it's a really cool ability to have. And what you really want to combo it with is the stratagem Countercharge. Now, Countercharge lets a Space Wolf unit heroically intervene 6 inches at the end of your opponent's charge phase, but the stratagem costs 0 CPs for a character. So that's incredible. If somebody charges into one of your units and your Wolf Lord is within 6 of them, he just heroically intervenes 6 inches in the charge phase. And then at the start of the fight phase, he makes that unit not eligible to fight. So it's really powerful at stopping other melee threats getting into your army. And that's why it's in at number 2 for me, because there's a lot of melee in the meta right now. In at number 1, I have the Pelt of the Beowulf. The Pelt of the Beowulf just makes a guy insanely hard to kill. Insanely hard to kill. So what it does is whenever a melee attack is made against the Warlord, you must subtract 1 from the hit roll and subtract 1 from the wound roll. So you get charged by anything, you're -1 to hit and you're -1 to wound. And I would combo that with the Resolve of the Bear Warlord trait. That's a relic. The Pelt of the Beowulf relic, of course, that's what that does. And I would combo that with the Warlord trait, Resolve of the Bear. And Resolve of the Bear gives you a 6+ Feel No Pain save. And also, your opponent cannot re-roll the wound roll or the damage roll when targeting this Warlord. So it makes you so tough. If we just go through that step by step by putting both abilities, Relic and Warlord trait together, you'll realize that he's -1 to be hit in combat. He's -1 to wound, and your opponent cannot re-roll the wound rolls. They cannot re-roll their damage against him, and then he's probably got a 4-up invulnerable save if you put a Storm Shield on him, and a 6+ feel no pain. So he is very, very tough. And then you could combo him with another Warlord trait and give him an extra D3 attacks in combat. So he could be super tough and super killy at the same time. And at the moment, there are so many combat beasts in the meta right now that I think you need a character that can run in there and survive and punch very hard. And that's why that comes in at #1 for me. Those are my favorite 3 Space Wolf relics. Like I say, if there's any that you have been using and have been doing really well for you, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share. And until the next video, guys, see you later.